She been gone for years, and I still obsessed over her.
I'll still be mourning, okay?
I, the
Okay.
church is in mourning,
The
mourning,
church is in mourning. Okay,
mourning.
so we are back with another episode of Bro You Good podcast. I got my lovely little brother with me today, finally. Jordan
Finally, I'm here.
Sky. He's
Y'all, come
here.
on, give it up, give it up. Oh, you can do better than that. You can do better than that. Come on.
He's here. Praise God. Praise God, he's here. Oh my goodness. It's so good to see you virtually, brother.
Yes,
You
sir.
don't move to the Big Apple, well, New Jersey, but still, you're focusing on your dreams in the Big Apple. How are you feeling about everything?
I
News? What's the tea?
okay. You said how I'm feeling. It broke up just a little bit, but you asked how am I feeling?
It broke up. Is it bad?
Yes.
I can edit it. So you're in the new city of New Jersey by way of New York City, living
New
your
York
best
City.
life, uh, following your dreams. How are you feeling so far about the big move that you did do?
I will say that this whole move has been, I really feel life changing. Um,
Hmm.
in the sense that it kind of grew me up. Like, of course, I moved to Houston. I was there for 3 years, and that grew me in a way that I never thought that I'd grow. And then moving here, I realized there was more room to grow. As Nene, you know that Real Housewives episode where the lady
Yeah,
said,
you got
"You got
room to
room to
grow.
grow." That lady said, "I got room to grow." But I
That is
had room to
crazy.
grow. I really had room to grow. Being here, it's an even bigger pond. And so you just kind of have to grow into the pond. My first year, which I've gotten out of the way now, really I feel like was about me getting my like footing. I had to get my footing, I had to get my routine, I had to find where I wanted to go, things like that. They take time. And then now I feel like this phase this year is me finally being able to kind of build a community. I got a couple of contacts, I know a couple people, I can hang out, I can talk. And so that has been good. How I'm feeling about it, I feel motivated. This has been a challenging year. I moved last July and I did not know what I was up against, but it was what I needed. And so I think for anybody, I'd say challenge yourself to do something new, do something you've never done before. Forget the fear, put it aside. Fear really is just going to get in the way of you becoming and being exactly who you're supposed to be. I've never felt more confident about who I was and my gifts and my callings. I feel like I can go anywhere and make something happen. Um, Being here, it'll humble you. It'll humble you. But the humility aspect just, I mean, you could take it one or two ways. You can be humbled and tuck your tail and run away, or you can be humbled and really do the work. And I think that now I'm really even more humbled to the work and the process. And so I know it's a process, but I'm up for the challenge. So I'm feeling actually very motivated. Like, and I can take a no now. I feel like that's the biggest thing. I got a lot of no's, and it could have done something to my self-esteem. I guess for me, when I hear no, I'm like, I'm gonna go harder. So that's where I am with it. That's how I feel about moving here.
And I will say that even all the no's, you're getting closer to that yes. You can
Exactly.
only hear so many no's. A lot of
Exactly.
people stop after the first no or the second no or third no. That's just the lesson you need to learn here, the lesson you need to learn here, the lesson you need to learn here to get to your next destination. And if you stop right before you get to the goal, you'll never know what you were capable of. And
Exactly.
I'm so proud of you for making that big move because I remember us talking about it on the phone, FaceTime, or texting. It was just
Yeah.
something was pulling you there, and you wasn't even ready to announce it yet. You just knew that literally I have to do something different because what I'm
Yeah.
doing now is not
Yeah.
working
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
So speak to
Yeah.
that person or that place that you were at while you were in Houston. You knew you
Yeah.
needed to make a change. You knew this wasn't working anymore for you. When did you have that moment to where you was like, Either I need to go or I'm gonna stay here and be miserable or be complacent and not grow.
So that moment for me, I want to say it happened. I moved last year. Okay. So it was
Hmm.
hitting me at the beginning of 2024. It was
Okay.
hitting me at the beginning of 2024. Like something was saying, you need to move. I remember the moment where I heard, you need to move. And I was like, what? Wasn't on my mind. And then I had went to work, and one of my kids was just, I'm a teacher. One of my kids was like, you better be coming back. Because I just went to, like, on my break, I was going to get Starbucks or something like that. She was like, you better be coming back. And then something in my head was like, I might not be coming back. Like, it was like those little moments. And so when it really started weighing heavy on me, um, I kind of started that whole grieving process. I'm like, I have built such a community here with you and everybody. I feel like this is another home for me. Like, I'm not even from Houston, but I feel like this is another home for me. And so it really started pulling on me. And once it started really pulling on me, I started just applying for jobs. Like, okay, I'm like, okay, I only got a short amount of time because I want to move in the summer so that I could catch the school year. And so I started really moving towards it. And once I started moving towards it, I didn't have all of the resources, but and I was afraid, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know anybody there.
Hmm.
I had like one contact. So when that moment happened, I was afraid, and I was sad, but I knew this is what I needed to do. And so I started moving towards it, and it just kind of all just started coming together. And one thing I try to tell people, if you wait for it to come together, it never will. You have to just start moving towards it, and it'll just start coming together. If this is something you know you're supposed to be doing, just one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. Eventually you'll get there. And so that moment happened, and then it started getting more real as I started telling people. And then it was like, oh my gosh, this is happening. I found a place, and then that's when it was like, okay, this is really real. And then I found a job. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is even more real. And so it was a sad process, but it definitely hit me, and I just started moving towards it. So it took me about like maybe 6 months, and then I was like, okay, I gotta go. So yeah, that was that moment for me, for sure, back in like at the beginning of 2024.
And that's amazing because I do remember you like, I applied for a job. I said, dang, this moving, you ain't playing, you moving fast. You going what? You hitting the plow, you going after that dream. And I just love
Yeah,
that because it was also so encouraging because, us as dreamers, if we don't go after those dreams, we're miserable. And people don't
miserable.
understand it. Like they don't understand like we have to literally do what is on our heart
Yep.
or we have sometimes be succumb to depression or
Yeah.
sadness or just
Yep.
anxiety or just stress or just not being happy with where we are because we know life is pushing us elsewhere
Yeah.
and we have to really go after those moments. So I'm so proud of you for going after
Thank
that
you.
moment, for going after that plan. And I know it was scary. I mean, yes,
It
but
was.
I'm a stickler for telling people go,
You know
move.
what?
What you
Yes.
here for?
Like
What you
literally.
here for? I was
And the
telling y'all, I was
thing
like,
was,
we gonna be here. Go.
right. And the thing was, like, one of my biggest fears, actually, now more than anything, because I don't live in fear anymore. I've
Hmm.
done the work to cancel that out, anxiety and things like that. One of the biggest fears that I've had is always, well, now lately has been regret. I'm like, but what if it does happen? I don't want to live my life in regret, like, because you can't take it back. That's the biggest thing. It ain't
Hmm.
rejection. I don't care about being rejected anymore. It is regret. And I don't want to regret anything. So I'm like, if I need to move, if I need to shake this up and do this, at least I tried. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't mind moving. I don't mind making a shift. I don't mind, doing all of that stuff because I feel like, with we really only have one life, and you got to
Yeah.
make it count. And that's been ringing in my ear even more now. Like, you got one life, make it count. You got one life, make it count. So yeah, that's where I am with that.
And I mean, there's just so many stories we hear of that. Like, I just moved, I just tried, I just got up and I just went after it. And we see so many success stories like that. We just see
Yeah.
them literally thriving now. But at the beginning, they were scared. They were nervous. The book that I always go back to is "Do It Afraid" by Joyce Meyer. That
Yes.
literally changed my whole trajectory, my mindset, and everything because you have to do it afraid. You're not gonna know, and that's the thing about faith. Like we talk about it, but we really
Yep.
don't live
Yep.
it enough. Because if we live it, we will notice that people always think faith is absence of fear, but it's really not. It's activating your faith in the midst of uncertainty because that's what it is. You don't see it, but you believe it. But
Faith.
I remember Terry J. Vaughn said something.
Uh-huh.
She said something on an interview, a Carlos King interview. She said, "Do you believe in what you believe in?"
Ooh.
And I
Mm.
said, "Well, there's no more
That'll do
waiting
it.
for me.
That'll
That'll
do it.
do. That'll fix you. Do you believe
I
what you
feel
believe in?"
like I feel like faith is the thing that we hold on to in spite of fear. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, yes,
Mhm.
I might feel fear, but my faith tells me otherwise because the fear is coming from what I can see, right? The faith is coming from what I
Mhm.
do not see and what I do believe. And so it's always this constant battle between faith and fear, but you have to be able to regulate the fear. One thing I've realized now is, just regulating my emotions. Okay, I feel this, but is this going to determine my reality? And I realize it does not determine your reality. Just because you're afraid of it, I mean, that means you care. I feel like if you have some type of nerves or anxiety about it, it's because you care.
Mhm.
But that doesn't mean you should stop or not do it at all. And sometimes you would think you would get over it, but you really don't. But you just learn to get on top of it and do it anyway. So I love that phrase too. I try to live by that. I haven't read that book specifically, but I live by that phrase. Be afraid, but do it anyway. Do it anyway. And I always feel
Mhm.
it all the
Do it
time though.
anyway.
Like I don't let it stop me. So
And it takes a lot of courage to do that. Like, you have to. Sometimes you have to not tell people what you're gonna do. And our good girl Beyonce say, "Don't tell nobody what you're gonna do. Don't da, da, da,
mm,
da, da.
mm,
Just
mm.
do it." And you literally have to guard your heart and your mind and your ear gates and what you see, what you hear, what you think, because and what you allow to share with others, because that can literally hinder you. And a lot of times, people aren't safe places for your dreams
Yep.
as you think they are, because
Yep.
they'll project and put on their fears on you, and then you won't even go nowhere.
Living witness. Living witness. Even when I was saying, okay, I'm about to move, there were some people that were like, "Are you sure? Do you got a job? Do you have this?" I was like, "Well, no." They're like, "Well, why? What are you doing? Why are you?" And I was like, you know, of course, a lot of people try to move with more security, but you can't get anything done if you're going to think everything is going to be secure. It's just
Hmm.
that's just not the journey of life. And I had people that were like, "Well, oh, are you sure? You just need to make sure do you want to wait, or do you have this, or do you have that?" Which of course I'm not going to do anything foolish, but the focus
Hmm.
of the conversation or the focus of me telling you was, I'm about to do this, and I would rather hear, "I'm excited, I'm behind you, what do you need?" instead of, "Are you sure? You sure you want to do that? Do you got this? You got that? What you know?" And I felt that projecting on me. I literally felt that. And had I listened, I wouldn't have gotten this far now. And so, yeah, I've had that experience. And you just kind of have to, as the old folks say, take the meat, spit out the bones. Take what you need to hear from them, but what you can't digest, what you can't take, you just kind of have to, leave it where it
Hmm.
is. So
I always say take everything with a grain of salt because
with a grain of salt.
I've even noticed that because even sometimes parents will put that in there because they
They
just
will.
scared, and they don't mean bad, but you have to realize they're talking from their place of fear.
Yep.
But we have to know what God told us to do and know what we feel in
Yep.
our heart to do. And at the end of the day, if we serve a God that's gonna protect us no matter where we are, let Him do that.
Because we serve a
Let
best
Him guide
God.
our footsteps. Huh? We serve a big God,
We look, Kobe, Pastor Kobe said we serve a best God.
a best God. I forgot about that. A best God, okay?
I miss my
A
internet
best God,
pastor.
and it's
He's so funny to me.
baby, baby, they be cracking me up.
Uh
You said Crosby?
Kobe. You remember Kobe, the boy that was
Oh yeah,
preaching
yeah,
during the
yeah,
pandemic, and the Lord, and
yeah.
the
It's the
Lord,
little
and
boy.
the Lord. He was saying we serve a best God. I said we sure do. Yeah, you right about it.
Don't get you started, okay, baby. Listen, and, I'm just loving your journey online too. Like you also moved to another space, but I feel like it just really fuels your creativity. I feel like you can really do it here the way you wanted
Yes.
to. I mean, you started, but the way you're growing and doing stuff now, I'm just really loving it because I love to see people create content. It makes me so happy. And
Yeah.
I'm laughing at your ass because your ass is crazy. I said, this, baby, these quarter zips, y'all got to be stopped, okay? These quarter zips,
The quarter
where the
zips. I've been wearing them for years, and all of a sudden it's come back around. I'm like, but you know what? It's so funny. I've gotten old enough to see trends come back. I've gotten old enough to see dances
hmm
come back, clothes come back. You know, my kids are wearing Ed Hardy. You know, we were wearing Ed Hardy in
Oh,
high
yeah.
school, Cash. We were wearing that
If they
years
tell us we
ago.
wearing that in college,
Yes,
we
and now
talked
it's
about
come back,
it.
which is so funny to me. And then you mentioned just being on the digital space. That for me showed me something. That empowered me. And I started I started being consistent literally this summer. And I had like 1,800 followers. And I just told myself, I was like, I'm just gonna start posting every day. At one point,
hmm
this is what really was a kind of defining moment for me. Is I was about to post on my Instagram and say, "Hey, I'm about to start posting," as if I needed permission on my page. And
Wow.
I think that's a word for anybody. Stop waiting for permission. Something in my head said, why you need permission to do what you want to do. And I didn't even try to set it up. I didn't try to like, okay, y'all get ready. I just say, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And I did it like on a Tuesday or whatever. I say I'm gonna start just posting every day. And eventually I, it can be discouraging if you're not seeing the numbers. I will say that. But eventually I got my first video. It did like a bunch of numbers, like it started blowing up. I was like, okay, it's 20,000 views on here. Okay, now it's 50. Okay, now it's 100. Okay, now it's 150. And that was my first video. I can't remember which one did that. I think I was talking about Rumi or something. Rumi Carter saying how she's on Beyonce's tour or whatever. And because I kept talking about it to my friends, and everybody that I would talk to about it would laugh. Like they were like, "Boy, you stupid," stuff like that. And I'm like, let me just go ahead and make a video. And it did a whole bunch of numbers. And then I said, okay, I feel motivated. I'm gonna keep doing this. And then the next one did a whole bunch of numbers. I think it did like, I don't know, 300 for then the next one. And then so now just recently, I got my first video that went over 1 million views. And I was like, okay, all right, this is a lot. Then my following grew from that 1,900 to probably by my birthday. That's gonna be like my birthday gift. Or I think to myself, I'll have 10,000 followers by then. And it's just been me posting every day. Like some stuff, I'm like, I don't even think that's that funny. Some stuff I do think is funny, but
hmm
the algorithm is so funny. Like you don't know what people
Yeah.
are going to celebrate. So that's why I just go ahead and just post every day. That has been life changing for me to just go ahead and be consistent and do it because you really never know. Some videos I be really wanting to pop off, they don't get celebrated. Some videos that I'm like, I don't know why y'all thought this was funny, they popped off. The the stuff that I wanted to do didn't really pop off. The stuff that I was just like, I'm just talking, it popped off. So one thing I heard Mama Tina, my G Ma, because Beyonce is my mother, Um, she said that you really can't choose. You really can't choose when people celebrate you, when or what they celebrate you for. You just have to kind of be grateful that you are. And I'm like, okay, people think I'm kind of funny, and I think I'm funny, but it just be it's weird. And so like a couple of people now have come up to me and be like, "Hey, I saw your TikTok." I'm like, "Ooh, okay." It's getting a little
Which
weird,
one?
but
Which one? Which one?
um,
But that
it
just shows you
was
you're making an impact. You're making an impact.
yeah. And then my kids found it. When I tell you every
Oh
day,
Lord.
I saw your live. They love coming on my live, talking smack, and just that's just for anybody that follows me. If you see some foolish comments, just know it's one of them. Just know that it's one of them. When you see something or you see them saying something, you know, out of pocket, it's one of my nieces and nephews saying something crazy. They like to roast me and stuff like that. I'd be like, if you don't be quiet and sit down, stuff like that. But it's been a fun journey. It has been a fun journey. It's a little like, whew, okay. But it was kind of what I set out to do anyway. I'm hitting my goals. So we will see. We will see.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you, and I tell everybody, I say, you got to learn how to take the good with the bad, because you're gonna have the people that ready to argue. You're gonna have the people that just don't like your content, don't like what you
Yep.
have to say, and they're gonna leave comments, but they page is private. So
Yep.
you got to really take it with the good and the bad.
Yep.
I get so much flack. I be like, okay, because I'm ignorant, you know that. So I don't. I'll be like, oh,
Yes.
okay. And so I'll be like, oh,
Absolutely.
you want to fight today? But
Right.
you just take the good with the bad, and I'm
Yeah.
very proud of you, because you
Thank
can't
you.
reach millions of views without getting a few hating assholes. But
Absolutely.
you will
Hating
get
down.
more love.
More love. It's more love. And that's what I try to focus on too. Like, it's one particular video because I look at TikTok and Instagram differently. It's like Instagram is a
You have
lot
to.
more. They're a lot more harsh on Instagram. They kind of acting like Facebook, and on Facebook, I don't even.
Hmm.
It's like aunties and great aunts and great uncles. The aunts and uncles are on Instagram, and it's like almost it feel like an audition or whatever. But there's this one particular video that's been like doing numbers now, where I was just basically talking about my experience with my male students versus my female students. And when I tell you, the comment section is it's and honestly, I don't focus on it too much. I see it and I'm like, okay, whatever. I mean, I know it ain't me. I ain't did nothing to you. You're mad about what I
Hmm.
said, and I could care
You get
less.
triggered.
And you're triggered, but I haven't said anything wrong. That's the thing. I haven't said anything wrong. I really try to be mindful of what I say, to a certain extent, because you still have to be truthful and authentic. But with those negative comments, I don't know what it is, the era that I'm in. Like, I just do not focus on negativity. And I think it's been, my self-healing journey and my affirmation journey. Like those negative comments, I ain't think about that. Whatever, like you're not gonna whoop me. One thing you can't do is whoop me. You feel me? You can't
Okay,
whoop me.
you feel me?
You feel?
He not from Texas, y'all. So his other side coming out when he said that.
That's that Jackson, Mississippi coming right on. That comes right on out really quickly. West Jackson, to be exact. So yeah, no,
Without West Jackson.
West Jackson, and everybody from Jackson knows West Jackson ain't what you want. It ain't what you want. But yeah, I don't focus on it too much. Honestly, I see it and I'm like, whatever. As long as you commenting and engaging, we're
It
good.
helps
Be
me out.
mad.
They don't
You're helping
understand
me.
it. The
You're helping
comprehension,
me.
the comprehension is slow. They don't
Thank you.
understand that you're helping
Thank
me
you.
out regardless. Thank you. So thank you guys. Thank you for
Thank
helping
you.
my brother Jordan. Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you. Thank you. um, and one of my all time favorite videos, because we share the love for the same person
Mhm.
really deep in our hearts. People know I don't play about Nippy, and Jordan don't play about Nippy either. Yeah, we still mourning Nippy. What
The
about
church is in
tissue?
mourning. The church is in mourning.
We still mourning Whitney Houston.
We are. My light went off.
Woo!
Yeah, we still are. My light went off. Look, my little my little ring light went off.
your light went out. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
we still missing our auntie,
Yeah, we're missing her so much. It's
friend,
all it feels
missing us
like
so much.
when I think about her, it feels so fresh. This happened what, 10 years ago now? It feels
The
fresh
10,
to me.
11, I think, yeah.
I'm sad.
It just don't feel like it's real.
It don't
I
feel
listen to her
real.
music every week.
When it comes
I be
on,
watching videos of her.
you know what? When it comes on, like even at school, my kids know I like Whitney Houston, but some of them like her too. And it was so weird the other day. They wanted to hear, they just wanted to hear "I Will Always Love You" or whatever. And I don't know what it
Hmm.
was that day, but I was like, "Mm, okay, y'all turn something on, turn some Rihanna on or something," because this is like hearing her voice and just hearing her like just seeing the gift that she was. It's moving, and she's just like a, I don't know. I feel like she was angelic, even though she had so many issues. She was like an angel for real, and that's so funny. That video, I was funny about it. I was really playing. I mean, I be like toe up about her too, because I talk about her all the time. But I was
But
playing,
I
but I
know
was
you was at the
really
mall playing.
cutting up. We were at a day party and it came on, and I'm sitting up there playing, like crying or whatever, and the video started going. I'm like, why is this? That's one of those things. Like, I don't understand. I don't be knowing what people are going to celebrate, and it's
Hmm.
so many people, so many comments. Same. I feel the same. I'm right there with you. I cry about her every. I be like, oh wow. And sometimes I do feel emotional about it. That particular time, I'm doing my whole Whitney, and the video started going up, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So I got a lot of Whitney love too, and like me and one of my best friends, it's so funny because he does Whitney Houston content too. His stuff just goes off. Like he does impersonations. It's so funny. We talk about her all the time. When I tell you, we can talk about her every day, and we'll be on the phone doing impersonations back and forth or whatever. And it's so funny how both of us have two different sides of creativity concerning her, but they don't know. Like, this has been a meeting of the minds for years. This has been like one of our focal points of our friendship has been Whitney.
Hmm.
And it's so funny. He has like impersonation videos that go off. Like I think I need to send those to you. Impersonation videos that go off. I got videos that go off. It's funny. They don't know, like, I don't even know if the people know, like, that that don't really know us from where we are, know that we like got the same love, and we sit and talk about it all the time. It's so funny how that works. But yeah, love Whitney down.
Listen, that's how me and my best friend connected in 2011 in college. Like we literally connected on the love of Whitney,
Oh,
Mariah, and just the old divas. But Whitney first. Like we connected on Whitney. Like his mama still jokes to this day. He think that's your real mama, huh? Because he used to always
yes.
grow up and have posters of her and love her that much. He think that's his real mama. Girl, what?
Because it is. Thank
Hey.
you. That's mother. Because it is.
And I just it's one song that I always go to when I need a little pick me up.
Yeah.
It's one song that I always go to when I need to be affirmed and reassured, and it's always
Hmm.
gonna be Step by Step. That song would carry me through.
Ooh, sing a little bit of it.
And the breeze. You know, got me stunned. Okay, just my favorite part is, I know you're hurting. She said, I know you're blue. I said, sing, nigga.
Look.
I said,
One thing about it,
I'm
she
like,
gonna
go ahead.
sing. I love that lady. She is the voice forever and always. She is the standard. When people ask me
Forever and always.
who my favorite voice or who they think, they just ask me like who's the best female vocalist or who's my favorite. I'm gonna say Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Real musicians
Hmm.
know it's her power behind her voice, but it's also her ability to pull it back and be soft and sweet. She had so many layers to her voice. She had a gospel element, but then she had this like pop element to it. But then she could also belt and sing really high. And it's it's very hard to have all of those elements. And then she had this operatic tone that she could really go to. That's what people really
That she
love.
can do opera too.
And she could do opera too. She could go to, all of that. And so she just had so many elements to her voice that made her voice so like have so much range. You know what I'm saying? And it
Hmm.
crossed over because she knew how to use it, but it had so many elements. And that's just a gift that you don't get you don't get
Yeah.
to experience for maybe once in a lifetime. So I love
And
her, love her.
the power that she had in that little body is
And that
just
little old body,
crazy. Like
that little Milo
in that
body.
little body, just like,
Yeah,
and if she never sung a song the same
never,
ever.
never. She sang it better in her concerts than she did on the records.
Yes, and every time she was on,
Better.
every time I watch the concert, I say, "Heifer, you singing this song different. That ain't the way you sung it in the last tour. That ain't
But
the
see,
way you
that's the
sung it
thing.
here." She
She grew up in
she
church.
switches it up, so
She
she
grew
can
up in
do that.
church. So she do it.
She
She
has an
does.
ear.
Yep. Yep. And I feel like all of the real singers grew up in church. The R&B that
Yes,
people are missing is because the singers aren't coming out of church. The ones
we
that
don't feel
came,
it the way we used to feel it.
we don't feel it
No.
like we used to feel it. If you want your child to be a famous singer, bring them up in church and then send them out. I promise you, they'll bring whatever we need to bring back. All of the singers that we love in R&B that black people just they feel like R&B is different now and it's not the same. It's because they're not in church. You're not bringing your kids. I'm just take them back to Sunday school. Let them sing a solo at church. You learn so much. All the best musicians, and it seems like even now more than ever, like even the musicians at the concerts, you hear gospel hits like dun 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 dun, like stuff that Ty Tribbett and Kirk have been doing for years. You're starting to hear it
Hmm.
at a lot of these concerts, like the musicality. Those that are musicians know, like all those hits that people are doing, and they like dancing dun dun, all of that. That's gospel. That's straight out of church.
Yeah, and and it's slowly coming back because they know we need it. Like Brandon and Monica selling out everywhere. That's not coincidental. We want to hear that. Okay,
Another church girl.
two church,
Another church girl.
two church girls,
Two church
two
girls.
church girls.
Thank you. Two of them. So,
And Kelly, three. Money
and
Long, four.
Kelly.
Like Money Long singing total praise at the tour,
Money
and
knows
it
she
sounds
walked
so
through.
good.
Oh my God. I said, see, y'all ain't know Money can sing like this. But she's a church girl. And that's the thing. Like,
But
if
people
y'all want to know
forget
what's
Money
missing,
Long is different from Priscilla Renee. Priscilla
oh,
Renee sings down.
sings down. If you want a real singer, pull them out the church. That darn Money, I said, hold on now. Hold on. You're taking me too fast. Hold on. The girl
Okay,
said, I left. I said, girl, go on now. Go on now
baby.
before I throw my shoe.
I love when they tap into their element because I know the industry pushes them to sing a certain way now,
Mhm.
and gotta sing like this and be whispery and all that stuff. But whispery, that's a new word here.
Whisper
Pushing to sing like that, but it's like it's still a pocket, it's still a place for that good flat foot singing
We want
to
flat
make
foot
you feel
singing.
something.
We want flat foot singing. And then that's
It's
the
still a
thing.
place for that.
Record the record how you want. Cool. So it'll be cute on the radio or whatever.
The
When we come to
radio.
that concert, your microphone need to be on, and you need to know how to use it. Thank you. You need to know how to use it.
Drop mic.
Drop your mic. Thank you.
Okay, because we just want to hear that. And I know we got off on a tangent because of the content creation and Whitney, but I
Yeah.
want to circle back to something you said earlier. You were saying that since you started your self healing journey and your affirmation journey, what are some tools that you can give somebody that may be watching that literally need to know how you made it through, how you overcame some things that you were battling? So if you could talk to a few of those things, that'd be great.
Yes. So um I started my therapy journey when I was in Mississippi and then I moved. So I had to find another therapist. Shout out to my therapist in Texas. He gave me practical tools. I will say that what I use is, and I'm just gonna give you like something tangible. I'm not gonna try to make it, embellish it. I will at the end, but I use these things called guided affirmations. It's by this
Mhm.
YouTube channel called Lavender. You could choose either one. It's morning affirmations to help you start your day. And that changed my life when I started doing affirmations before I did anything, before I look at the internet, before I touch my phone, before I do anything. When I get up to wash my face, I'm looking in the mirror, I'm using these affirmations. They're saying, I'm grateful for a new day. I feel I feel loved. I feel empowered. I am powerful. I am worthy of success. Uh, I choose love over fear. All of those affirmations, I have been doing them now for a couple years. And when I say they have been life changing to my anxiety, people that experience anxiety, one thing that I pinpointed in my in therapy was the anxiety was coming from what I believed about myself, the negativity that I believed about myself. And so it's always two voices. It's the voice, your authentic voice, which is your authentic self. And then there's that voice from other people's opinions from years and years and years that you've heard that pretty much shaped how you present yourself to the world. And so because I was bullied, because I was misunderstood, because I just like was different from everybody, I always had a lot of negativity around me. And so I didn't know how to feed myself and tell myself who I was, the positive things about me that I believe. And so once we got to the root of that, I'm like, why am I always feeling anxious? Why am I always hesitating? Why am I always feeling like I don't know if I want to act on what I really want or my gifts and callings? It's because I started to believe the negative things that other people were saying about me, and they started to sound like my voice. A lot of the tricky thing about anxiety is that it sounds practical. And I'll use this for example. You'll say, I want to start this project or whatever. Well, you don't have no money. Well, you don't have the time. How you gonna do this, and how you gonna get this? And then you see everybody else doing this. They get negative comments, and you know that all of those things, although they may be true, they're anxiety based, they're fear based. They're the things that are trying to stop you and stifle you from reaching your goals. You don't have to have money to start your dreams. You don't have to have all of the elements. All you need is you. I am more than enough. I have everything I need within me. And I'm going to just quote this affirmation: I have everything I need within me to succeed. That's one of my favorite ones. Literally, it's in me. It's not around you. It's not on you. It's not on other people. You have everything you need within you to succeed. And so once you start to believe that and realize, like, I ain't got to wait around. You start moving towards those dreams. And once that started clicking, I was like, "Ooh, okay, now I'm in a comfortable place. I really need to be around more creativity to bring something more out of me, to challenge myself, to do more and be better." And that conquering of anxiety helped me to move. Again, I don't know nobody up here. I had a couple contacts. I signed to an agency. I'm looking at all the other ones, like, I don't look like that. All the things that go through your mind that try to tell you that try to stop you from being exactly who you are because they really just came from somebody else. I'm here to tell you now, release that, ignore those voices. The thing that you liked first, your first mind is who you actually are. That's who you really are. And you go with that. Forget the fear, put it aside, get it out your mind. And I like I said, I use those affirmations and then I pray. And I do affirmations first because a lot of times people pray, and I say this a lot now. A lot of times we pray out of anxiety, and people don't know that. But if you find yourself begging God, like, God, please, please, or you find yourself trying to overdo it, or you're like repetitively trying to ask God for the same thing, you're anxious because you don't really believe it's going to happen. This is why I do my affirmations first. Contrary to popular belief, I do my affirmations first. I tell myself who I am and I center myself, and then I talk to God. And usually by that time, I'm not begging God for anything. I'm like, God, just give me wisdom on how to handle whatever it is that you give me. By that time, I'm like, if it's your will, it's going to happen. By that time, I have calmed my mind down. And now I'm not thinking about like the what ifs and the hows and the what if I don't, and what about this? I'm not even thinking about that. I don't come to God like that anymore. Because it's not faith. It's going to either be fear or it's going to be faith. You got to choose one. And it's okay to be afraid, but you got to learn how to cancel that fear out. You got to learn how to put it on its, like, put it in its place and then go to God, because he really wants you to come in faith. It's impossible to please God without faith. Like, come on. Like, so all that fear, I do not play with it. I cancel that anxiety. I'll be like, nope. And what has really changed now is like I do it mid thought now. When I hear a negative thought come, I'm like, wait, that's not me. That's negativity. We flushing it out. We kicking it out. I don't even play with it anymore. I take every single day to affirm myself and tell myself who I am and whose I am. Then I pray. And that's been my regimen. And it has been moving me towards my dreams. I've been seeing it. So I'm sticking with that. And I encourage every like all of my friends, I'm like, hey, I'm finna send you this video. It's daily affirmations by Lavender. Listen to this every day. It'll change your life. It really will.
I 100% agree with everything you just said. Baby, send me that book. Send me
I
that because
will. I will.
I love to hear that because I also agree with you. Like we pray, but I'm like after we prayed about something, thank him after that. Like you don't have to keep going back to him and
Thank him
praying for the
for it.
same thing over and over again. What's the what's the point of keep sending the same request over and over again? He heard it
Yeah.
the first time.
He heard you the first time.
Now thank him for it. So
Yep.
thank you guys for coming. Like and his word cannot fail. His word cannot return void. He cannot lie. If we believe all that and we charge him to it, I tell God, I say, you said in your word you're gonna do this. You gotta do it. You can't be a lie.
He not lying. He can't
I
do it.
talk to him just like I just said it, and you
Literally.
have to perform.
He has to. He's I hate to be preachy.
It's okay.
But
We'll circle back around.
look, but it even says he has exalted his word above his name. And we know there's
Mhm.
no name more powerful, but his word is above his name. That means he is gonna be faithful to the things he said. If he said it, he gonna do it. Like he's
Yeah.
not gonna like not do it. And I think this is why people need to be careful with saying God told me this, God told me this, because if he said it, he's going to do it. And y'all, a lot of people be disappointed, a lot of people, because they say God said that you need to do this or he's going to do this, and he didn't say that. If God believes his own word so much that he exalts his own word above his name, that means he's careful about what he says. But also, if he gonna talk
Hmm.
that talk, if he gonna talk like a
You
big
gonna
dog,
back it
he gonna
up?
be a big dog. And God is a big dog. He is the big dog. Like he said it. And so I believe it. I believe it. I
Hello.
don't know.
And
But that's the thing too. You
on
have to
top of
believe it.
what you believe,
Hmm.
you have to believe what he say, and you have to believe what he say about you, and you also have
Yeah.
to believe what you say about you, and watch what you say about you.
Yes.
Because our tongue is a pen, and it writes.
Yeah.
That's Bible. I think that's in
Yeah.
Proverbs. But anyway, you writing your story with your tongue,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we don't know that. Oh, I can't do it the way you can't do it.
Exactly. If you say you can't do it, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna be able to do it. If you say you can do it, you're going to start, everything is going to start to align to prepare you for doing exactly what you said you're going to do. I think a lot of times people muster up the faith for the initial thing and it doesn't happen. And then they fall back and it's like, okay, that didn't happen the first time. What's up? Why didn't this happen? No, you have to also get into alignment for the thing that you said
Hmm.
you're going to do. And so I feel like that's where the process comes in, and people don't want to be humble to the process either. They want to speak it, they want to
Yeah.
manifest it, they want to say, hey, I can do this, I can do this, but they also don't want to get in position to be able to
Yeah.
receive the thing that they are manifesting. And you can't embarrass God. You talking about you ready for this and you want this, but you don't even like if you want If you need God to give you $1,000, why don't you have a bank account? Like you're not in alignment for it. You think it's just gonna fall out of the sky. It's not gonna. It's not gonna just. Nobody's gonna just throw you a bag of money. Like if you can't even handle $100, why do you
Hello.
think you can handle 1,000?
He's
If you
gonna
can't
be
handle a thousand,
exactly.
why? You have to get into alignment for the things that you want to receive or manifest. Like the manifestation stuff is real, but I've realized also opportunities are gonna keep coming. But in order for you to fulfill those opportunities, you have to be in alignment. You got to study up on the thing that you want. You got to get yourself in shape. If it's something that requires you to be in shape, you need to be knowledgeable. You need to have like you don't have to have it all, but you have to be ready to receive it. And that takes discipline, that takes humility, that takes some falling on your face. It can happen. It's going to happen. Don't let the process discourage you. But you have to be ready and in alignment for it too. I feel like this is so preachy. It's so I was
It's not
down
preaching.
to it.
It's preaching because we church kids, but
We church
it's
kids.
also practical life stuff. It's
Yes.
practical life stuff too. You're gonna go through hills and valleys, but can you overcome them? Yes, if you stick with it. A lot of times we give up, like you said, we give up too soon. It's like, dang, you ain't even see what it could be.
You didn't even see what it can be. Like you gave up
The
way too soon.
we weren't taught consistency.
Yep.
We wasn't taught that
Yep.
well.
Yep.
We was
And
taught
you have to
pray
be.
and worship
Yep. But we
and
weren't taught
speak, but we
stewardship.
wasn't that. Mm-mm. We
Yep.
weren't taught
That's
that
so true.
well. We weren't
Yeah,
taught,
and
and it's
I feel
crazy.
like
But
go ahead, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was saying, I said it's crazy that we weren't taught that well and taught how to be consistent. But we taught how to be consistent going to church. But
Oh
it's
yeah.
more to life than that.
Yes. And I think that's a lot of people's hang up too, and the reason why faith gets so sticky and it kind of makes us look like what are we believing for too, because it's plenty of people that don't go to church at all that are succeeding, that are doing what they love, they're doing their calling, they're getting money, they're doing this. I think a lot of times people think that faithfulness is faith, and that is a misconception. Your attendance does not move God. Your attendance does not manifest anything. You being there all the time in the same building doing the same thing is not going to get your business started. There are going to be some Sundays where you do need to take off. There will be some Sundays where
I'm a witness on that one.
you do need to miss so that you can write out your business plan, so that you can start making some calls and making connections. Like there are going to be some times where you can't be there. And I think people get frustrated with God because they're not seeing the thing that they prayed for, but all you're doing is praying. You don't have any works. You're not moving towards it, bro. Like you're literally talking about, I want a new car, I want a new car, but you're not even going to the car lot to look at no cars. You're not even talking, you're not even trying to straighten up your credit. You're not like you saying one thing but you're not doing another. And then I feel like also because that happens, people that aren't like believers, they look at the church and be like, man, they ain't hitting on nothing. All they do is go up in there and talk about each other, look at each other funny, and they might sing, but they not moving, they're not moving no weight, because we got a lot of faithful people, meaning they're faithful as in they're consistent, but not faithful as in they have faith to, like, okay, we said we're gonna do this, we're gonna make it happen. Like the church really could be so powerful, so much more powerful, but we waste a lot of time on, we major a lot in the minor, which is people's dress code, how we do it this Sunday, what songs we're singing. All of this stuff is minuscule. It's minute. Like, let's talk about the community. Why is it that on our street we got potholes down here, and we got houses that are dilapidated? What can we do as a church to beautify this area? Why is it that everyone around here is low? Like, what can we do to start something in the church that gets people empowered? You know what I'm saying? To start living
Hmm.
better. The quality of life is going to affect your faith too. Like, we there's more to it than just going to church. Like we gotta be like the church, and the church is supposed to have the most faith, but a lot of times it looks like we don't, and I don't like that. That's what Carisha said. She said I don't
And
like
especially all this stuff that's going on, these viral videos now, I'm like, all right, here we go.
it. It's been going
But
on
in
for
a sense,
years.
but in a sense, I'm glad stuff is getting exposed. And people say, "Oh, turn the live stream off." No, keep the live stream on so
Keep
we
it
can
on.
see what we're doing that's counterproductive. The
Counterproductive.
stuff that got to be stopped.
Yep. Yep.
We want to
You
keep
know.
everything covered up. What goes on in the house stays in the house. There's no healing. There's no
No healing.
transformation. There's no change like that.
Yep.
There's no
Yep.
accountability
Yep.
when we do that either.
A lot
And
of
people don't
people
want to
are
be held
being
accountable.
a lot of people are being exposed, Cash. They are being exposed for the practices that they've been keeping up for years that have been and I know you've had church hurt experience too. People who will try to undermine people just being ugly to you when you say, I experienced church hurt. No, the church didn't hurt you, people hurt you. Well, who is the church? You want to say you're the church? No, people hurt you. Exactly. Which is why I don't want to go to church. Like they're literally there. It's the people that are there. So what are we talking about? They love to gaslight you and talk about no, it was the people. Well, who are we talking about then? It is church hurt, and a lot of times the elements of church and the setup and the structure of church can be
Hmm.
harmful, more harmful than helpful to people. There's no reason why people should feel like they don't belong there because you got all of
Hmm.
these rules and stipulations. Those are literally minor things as to what the real issues are. If we're not shifting the culture, changing the community, what are we talking about? Y'all too hung up on the foolishness, the way we've been doing it for years, the traditions. And then when we get on live and we see your pastor being who he's always been, oh, now we all of a sudden we need to, we need to take a step back. They've been doing this. They've been on that type of
Hmm.
energy. Just they haven't been held accountable. Like you said, they have not been held accountable. Now they're being held accountable. And people are not wrong. Don't say it's an attack on the church. No, it's an attack on your character and a lot of the foolishness that's been going on in church for years. Thank God they're getting exposed.
Because there's a
That's
lot
how
of
I feel
churches
about it.
that never go viral. There's a lot of churches that never go viral for foolishness because they don't operate in foolishness.
They don't operate in foolishness. If you're not operating in foolishness, then it ain't gonna go viral. If you're being a decent human being, you're not gonna go viral. Like, what the hell are we talking about? Like, it's one or
It's
the other. Like, and I feel like a lot of, especially a lot of pastors, they just, I think it's even though they've been taught that way, I do give grace for like, where we've come from, especially as a black church, like what we've come out of as far as our story and like what we've been through kind of shaped the way that we try to induce control on people. Like we try to control people, and I think that's part of like the mentality that was built in us from trauma, but we have to break
Mhm.
out of that. And especially in this day and age, especially these type of kids these days, like our age and younger,
You got to
they
give
will
them the
not
real
separate.
because they don't care.
They not listen. They don't mind getting on TikTok like the boy from Mississippi. They don't mind exposing you. They don't. They do not mind. They are not afraid, and they'll be like, "F this, I'm gone." They're not gonna stick around for somebody abusing them,
Hmm.
and you need to stop. Like, listen to people. Be humble. It's okay for you to change and be different. Like, but I feel like this mess has been going on for years, and now it's just being exposed because the internet ain't nice to nobody. The internet is not anybody's friend. So you just got to do what you're supposed to do. Do what you got to do.
Exactly. And then just get up and try and try and try. But it's it's easier for people to back up your character when they know you really not like that.
Yeah,
But if
it
you
is.
literally doing it and intentionally doing it to people and then using the words to gaslight or manipulate
Oh yeah.
after that, it's like,
Oh yeah. And
okay,
they've been
we
doing it for
see you.
years. We see you. We see each other.
We see each other. We see each other. But it just goes to show like all of that. Even what we're talking about with the character flaws and the growing up and changing and shifting your mindset, we have to do that in order to grow and grow and keep elevating in our careers and in our dreams and stuff.
Yeah,
Because the first thing we know we got to get tight and get right is our character
it's your character.
and our mind. Because
Ugh,
if that ain't right, that ain't gonna keep you in this beautiful industry where everybody know each other.
that's the one. That's the one. My youth pastor used to say that all the time. He said, your gift will carry you, but your character will keep you." And that always stuck with
Mhm.
me. I was like, "Dang, yeah, nah, he right. It's really your character that'll keep you." A lot of people got a lot of gifts, but we see a lot of times people fall off or they get canceled and stuff like that,
Mhm.
because of their character. And it's like if you don't deal with you, life will, and then life
Yeah.
is not fun. And life is not funny. It ain't no
It's just the
joke.
way I always been. I've always been like that. I always been like that. Well, baby, maybe you want to change a little bit.
You may want
It's
to
not
change
working
it.
for you.
It's not working for you. And it ain't working for nobody else either. People do not mind getting on that internet. They'll do that before they talk to you. So you really got to be careful. People will
Yeah.
post about you before they even notify you with their grievances. People, especially now, people are waiting on a viral moment. You better be
Yeah.
careful how you treat people. Thank God I learned very early, especially from being from Mississippi, to just be nice, be kind. I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh God, I'm so glad I was kind to this person," because some people waiting on something to pop off, and the way the internet is now, man, you look at somebody wrong, and of course, like sometimes people have bad days. Like sometimes the internet flies off the handle. People make mistakes, and I feel like they do too much. Um,
Yeah.
but people that have been doing it for years, man, you better check that. You better check that because your day is gonna come. Every dog
But
got his
yeah,
day.
life has a way of either pushing you to either change or stay the same. Like Kim Burrell knew she had to change. Like the baby, he don't want
Kim,
to change. You see what happened to him.
Kim, it's getting tired. Kim, it's getting
But
tired.
I would say but as you can see, she ain't really been talking like
Something
that
had to change,
lately.
and like even if you not gonna change as a person, you better fake it. You better start acting like you better start acting because again, you got people that are so talented. They're so talented, but they don't reach far because it's like you have to realize that just because you're your own entity and you make money directly to you based on your gift, you still have coworkers. You still have colleagues. And if you're not treating people that you work with that want to work with you, that want to create a moment or a show or something like this, especially like in any type of entertainment industry, I feel like that's the mistake that they make is like, well, I'm here, it's about me. These people are still your colleagues. They're still on the receiving
Okay.
end. It's just like going to a restaurant. If they didn't like it, and if they really didn't like it, they're going to tell somebody. And you got to be careful
Hmm.
how you treat people. It don't matter how good it is. If I go to a restaurant, that food was banging, but the waiter was ugly, I'm not going back there. I don't care how good it is. I'm not going back. That waiter was so ugly, or then like, or if they got management, or whatever. People aren't gonna go back. They can find it or do it themselves, especially in this day and age. So better be careful.
Okay. And then that you so stupid.
Be quiet. I'm singing. Let
Baby,
the mask work for you.
okay. You gonna keep falling in your YSL heels if you don't get it together.
My
But
God. My
no,
God.
it's just it's been a pleasure, brother, talking to you
Absolutely.
today. It's been just a joy to. I know we always text or call when we can, but
Yes.
I'm just loving
Absolutely.
everything that you're doing, and I can't
Thank
wait
you.
to see what's next for you out there. I am coming out there. I'm trying
Hey,
to get this
and it's
this
gonna be a
this
party.
money on together. You already told me. I'm just gonna take B12 and be ready.
You better
Okay,
be ready
I'm just gonna be
because we
ready.
outside. We
That's it.
outside. And I just want to
Yeah.
say I appreciate you for this opportunity. I see what you're doing. I've always admired like your willingness to just live out loud and be exactly who you are. I love that about you, Cassius. It takes courage to live in that every day, and I just admire you from that for that. Like I glean from it. I'm like, I see this man living without fear and just being his authentic self every day. And so like everything you do, like I'm just inspired by it. And so I like not only do you check on me because you're that type of person, but you live what you talk about. Like everything that you are and everything that you do it authentically. And I just want to say thank you just for being you. Thank you for being who you are to me as a person. Thank you for being who you are to other people. It does not go unnoticed. I love you.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna cry because I'm a thug today.
I love you, Cash.
But
I
I
really do.
love you. I love you. I love you so much. You know that, and I'm so so proud of you. And thank you for those words. I'm gonna cherish them in my heart. And
Absolutely,
I
brother.
know it's a busy, busy Saturday out
Yeah.
there in that lovely land of New Jersey and New York. So have fun. And
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna go work.
I love
But
you,
I
brother.
love you so much, and I can't wait for you to tell me something great that's happening. I'm just looking forward to all the success and the red carpet invites, the fashion
It's
show
coming.
invites. I'm ready for all of it. Okay.
It's coming. It is coming.
Okay. Love you. You be good. Oh, tell the
I
people
love
where
you
they can
too,
find
brother.
you and follow you.
Oh, y'all can find me on all social media platforms at Jordan D Scott. That's JORDAN, the real way. D as in Doberman. Scott SCOTT. You can find me on all social media platforms. I think my Twitter is the Jordan D Scott Jordan D Scott, but everything is Jordan D Scott. So you can find me on everything: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I post the most on TikTok. I love TikTok. So yeah, you can find me on all those platforms.
Oh, and leave with the guy me over because I just want to hear you sing today.
Oh, okay. Guide me, oh, thou great Jehovah. Lead me till I want no more. God bless you, brother. I
Yes.
had to sing it like my girl
Love
Whitney.
you.
Love you too, brother.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. See you later.
And that's a wrap.
Yes, sir.
Baby, that's a wrap. Come on, we did it. Oh, yeah. Yeah.